the Venomancer. And I think that's
Yes.
going to lend itself really well to this draft because it's going to be able to buy some more time for, you know, HFN to get going on that Sven, just because you can drop all these wards behind a tower and it's a pain in the butt to have to take them all down. Granted, a Death Prophet doesn't
Yes.
care too much about those wards, but
Like, you
it
can buy
gives you
lots
something.
of defensive items and you can do a lot of offensive damage, but it's difficult to like fit Venomancer into a gank onto a side lane, especially because usually when you gank, you want to kill somebody in like the first 5 seconds before they can react or get closer to the teammates. Veno doesn't do that as well. He's more of like a, if there's a big team fight, I do tons of damage, but otherwise I'm
30
more of like
seconds to
the
battle.
Viper type role. They jump on me, I stay alive and slow them and deal decent damage. So burst wise, it's very much about Wind Ranger and Sven. Either way.
I'll
On
agree
the
with
other
that.
side, the Thunder Predator lineup is a lot more dynamic generally. They have lots of disable setups. I think Silence from Death Prophet's going to be really effective this game, considering the mobility that Crazy is looking for. If Legion Commander has another good game, then that could be really terrifying for Crazy. And then you also have to deal with Death Prophet and potentially Void. So they just have like a lot more ways to start and set up ganks that I think are going to be pretty effective for Thunder Predator.
I think it's also going to be interesting to watch, you know, oh, it's actually Moon on the Disruptor. Interesting. Moon typically, when I've seen him, has played the Clockwork. So it's a little bit of a shakeup here because he's very good at separating fights. And that becomes an issue if they don't have that mobility to move around the map. But Matthew and Moon Meander having a little skirmish here. This is looking like this is going to be our first blood. Although HFN making his way over. Frankie wants it so bad, though. There's the Stormhammer. And, he's so close. So 15 hit points. Oof. But he's alive. He's a liver. He's a survivor, that Moon Meander. Matthew, though, has to be careful. He's going in. Who's going to get in? It's going to be Matthew taking the first blood. And there goes Mr. Matthew.
Small mistake by Moon, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. Like, there's like 130 gold difference, and he's going to come back to lane with full HP. And he started with a Null Talisman, and then he ran out a bunch of Iron Branches. So he's trying to make his hero as strong as possible right now to fight, and it's going to be pretty effective at that. And now that he gets to come back with full HP and regen, not to mention bring items. Oh, he actually went to the bot lane? Am I correct? Yeah, he actually ganked bot lane instead.
Might be able to find this kill in MJZ if they can get close enough with that battery. No!
It was smart, but now it really hurts. It really hurts for that he rotated bottom. Oh well.
Well, he did walk there, so he's going to be able to TP back up top, but they do have a ward.
He didn't walk bottom. He teleported bottom.
Oh, he teleported? Oh, it's just the short.
Yeah, he got there way too fast otherwise. I don't know. I guess he's worried about the matchup disadvantage. He should be able to bully a Jakiro and a Void, I would think, because he's got damage over time, basically. So he should be pretty effective here. Little Gale on the Void. It's going to keep him away from the creep wave for a bit. Last hit wise going a little bit better for the Radiant team at the moment. Veno up to 10. Wind Ranger slightly beating. Now they're about the same mid lane. Nothing too weird there. But Moon's doing a great job doing a lot of damage here.
MJZ has to be careful he doesn't go too far forward because he is going to suffer quite a bit. Now he doing the clockwork thing, just trying to be annoying, trying to poke at Matthew. Nothing too wild just yet.
There's kill potential that some of the teams could get, but mostly they're just going to be aiming for like maximizing their last hits in the gold. It's the big thing. Might see Kazu Gale him here, but a little hard for Veno to contest last hit. So it's actually incredible that he's been able to get 16 here at the start of the game, because Veno's base damage is stupidly low. So actually outlasting your opponent is tough. And now they get that glorious Veno matchup against Void. See, now it looks okay, 54 plus 2, but he's freaking level 3. That was like 50 flat or sub 50 at the start of the laning stage, despite his starting items. So he'll be okay here, and that extra start is going to be a big gain that could really catapult Kazu into an amazing position this game.
Yeah, this is definitely one of Kazu's heroes he plays quite a bit of. He looks very good. And also, don't forget the fact that... Oh, Moon still was able to get that as a kill. Interesting.
He just ran under tier 2 to
it was a
respawn,
suicide.
that's all. Yep.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, you know, that's one of the things with this particular matchup, too. You have to remember, they are playing on ping. So, Kazu does have a tiny bit of advantage, I think. Because is he playing from North America? I'm not
sure.
100%
Why would
sure, actually.
Doesn't sound smart for a German guy to come to America these days. Why not?
I don't know if he was stuck here, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So there might be a little bit of advantage there. But either way, again, this is a guy who knows this hero very, very well. So it's not surprising to me that he is on top of his game. Rune spawns up top, though. Bryo should be able to go snag that up.
Good glyph.
Up the fort.
He would have gotten 2 free last hits there otherwise, and now he's going to be able to deny both of those, I think. Yep. Might seem like a small thing, but you know that could catapult him to his next item. Not to mention less levels. It's a good choice to zone. More damage on Void. Void is actually an offlane hero this game.
Oh, the glimpse. Right back in again, and there we go. KheZu gets the kill. Might be able to put a little bit more damage over to MJZ, but I don't think they'll be able to do much more than that.
I feel bad for him, even though I get stomped by faces voids regularly. I feel bad. I don't know. I don't know how it's possible, but he's losing the lane that badly. It just hurts. Like,
He's dealing with a Venomancer.
But yeah, it's tough. Last hitting's going really well for Crazy across the board, though. 28 Veno, 22 Wind Ranger, 21 Sven. It's mostly just the Void that's underperforming the most.
I guess the question then becomes, do you have the capability to hold out? And I do believe with like something like Matthew and a Death Prophet and a Legion, you can make things happen, but I do really like the fact that they've picked up the Sven for HFN. This is a hero that does have to fight more often, still farms very, very well, but can be active, can start to get hits in these lanes. And this is definitely a dead Moon Meander.
Maybe shouldn't have right-clicked so much, because like, at that point when he got Searing Chains, he was dead, so it's fine that he didn't use Fairy Fire or Wand. Do not blame him. Let's see if he can get the kill here. Nice tree cut.
No way that he, no way he doesn't get that kill.
The tree cuts were really good. He might have gotten fogged there. If HFN wasn't so on top of things and he didn't cut his tree himself, he might have missed it. But really good plays there to secure the solo kill. That's going to go a long ways towards helping him in the lane. Look at the net worth difference now. He's about 400 up from Legion Commander. And when Meander goes bottom and picks up a Void kill.
That's the second kill on the Faceless Void here. This is not going super great. What should they do here, Purge? Do you think that they should continue laning him down here? Do you think that it should be a lane swap? What's the best course of action? Because they need him to still be doing well, obviously.
My assumption is that they were comfortable with my glimpse him back here.
Yeah, they are.
Very likely kill.
Dead
TP in time, so best he can do is a suicide. Oh, that looked a little close. The best thing they can do is, I think the reason that they're trying to keep the Void down here, it's not a good lane, obviously, but on the bright side, they were letting the Legion Commander get ahead. They have lane swapped now with that last death. Legion is maybe going to run to the bot lane or jungle a little bit. But Legion, with the early golden experience that he's gotten, even though it's been a little bit weak because Sven solo killed him, he can maybe tempo the game a lot better. So maybe they're allowing the Void to sacrifice a little, knowing that he's going to jungle anyways. Could be something like that. They're willing to accept it.
It's the whole, you know, brotherhood of the Dota2 team of, I'm going to suffer in my lane for now, so you can have a good lane and carry me later, sort of deal.
Yeah, could be like that. Either way, it's nice that they have so many strong cores, but they don't really have any super stable heroes outside of maybe Legion Commander in an offlane role. So good experience splitting here by Ember Spirit. It's going to slow down the Sven just a little bit, but also help Ember. HFN getting ready to collect neutral items, basically. That's what we're seeing here.
That's good too. They realize that he's just used the God Strength, so they might have a little window of opportunity because Sven doesn't necessarily want to fight without that ultimate being up.
Now KheZu rotating the offlane with his Plague Ward levels.
TPs are coming out. They're trying to put the pressure over onto MJZ, and they've done a great job of it, but we do have a whole fight going on a little bit further down. Matthew making his way over, had that TP rotation, and they're chasing after Moon Meander, but MNZ does have to be careful here. It's a lot of damage. Is he gonna get taken down? He's gonna die before before Moon Meander gets out. Oh my gosh, and they take down MJZ. Very nicely done by the side of Crazy. Moon Meander gonna be able to walk away as Leo Style finds a kill on Bryle. A lot of action suddenly picking up now.
I think Moon's been doing a really good job in this game. Even though he got first blooded, he's been doing his job, which is to show up in lanes and to just use nukes. And the Null Talisman helps with that. Mana regen, extra raw right-click damage, and a little bit of spell amp. And He might have like 3 points of Thunderstrike right now, but it was really smart to just skip Kinetic Field. He doesn't need it. And by doing that, he's basically made his Glimpse a lot more effective. A 600 Rage Glimpse is usually not very useful, but just putting up to 1,000 means that they can easily set up a Gale every single time, and they know that they're going to deal more damage with Thunderstrike and with Poison Sting. So really, really good start for Crazy at this point in the game. A 4K advantage at 9 minutes is huge. And we don't even have a lot of ultimates on Thunder Predator yet. That's kind of showing where they're at. I know that Death Prophet's a high level, but the other ones are pretty far behind.
The vicious combo. This looks like Matthew's gonna get taken down next. Just happened to walk over to the rune spot at the wrong time. So we'll get taken out.
I believe that was a smoke, right? Maybe they were hoping to meet the Wind Ranger mid while the Death Prophet came forward. Something like that is kind of what that looked like.
That's possible. I feel like they're just trying to alleviate pressure here on this poor Faceless Void. He is struggle busing.
When Meander pretty low HP, that was a little bit costly here, but if they can get a successful dive, I mean, I think Jakiro's dead for sure here.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Looks like he's ready to meet his fate. He'll just go throw out his spells because he realizes he's gonna go down either way.
When Meander's still looking for stuff. It's a little dangerous though. If he goes up that cliff, he definitely gets chronoed there. Possibly dead. Wind Ranger already has her first javelin picked up. MKB Rush is usually the most popular. AOI very likely dead here. But considering how good things have been for Crazy, this is really no worry at all.
You'd rather lose one of your supports than one of your cores in any case, so... By doing this, he also realizes that Liu Xiao is making his way towards the bottom, most likely wanting to apply some pressure to the tower. MNZ just... Oh, he's got to get out of there, and he's got to get out of there fast. Chronosphere coming out, though, because Liu Xiao has made his way top. We'll be able to get a kill on Bryle.
I thought he got
MNZ
him.
just barely surviving that.
I thought he hit the power shot, but he missed it just a little bit. Really close to a kill, though, and makes the Chronosphere really worth it.
Arrow
but
dodging.
They're still so far behind. Like, look how active Veno's been on net worth, and he's still all the way at the top. And then there's also Sven, who's been completely free farming and doing whatever he wants. So, really good position for Crazy right now.
They've got to be feeling pretty comfortable knowing just how badly they have shut down MNZ. The glimpse back, though. Moon Meander should be able to...
This could be a kill.
I don't think they have a save for him. He might have to go and try to... Nope. Look at that snipe. Beautiful coming out from Owie, from downtown. When Meander, though, the duel is up. They'll be able to go get a little damage on Frank.
Dude, that's so worth it. Screw the damage. Hey, that was amazing. Great arrow or great rocket there by Clockwork. You don't see those very often these days.
Might as well have been the Morana arrow.
Yeah, no kidding. Veno getting pretty tanky here. Spirit Vessel is finished. A wonderful item against a lot of heroes on Thunder Predator, especially the Death Prophet here. They do have a Dispel from the Legion, but still, if they can put that on at the right time, it's going to make all those heroes a lot less tanky feeling.
Time is money.
Looks like they've got their eyes over here towards the middle lane. There's a little bit of fighting. Looks like it's going to break out down here in the bot, though. Here, the Death Prophet ultimate coming out. The body blocks coming out from Matthew, though. They want to try to take down KZ. He'll be able to go get the ultimate off. Matthew's not looking very healthy. He'll try to slide out. It's still going to be a kill, though. Leo Style is getting so low, but they have the dual damage. They've got the exorcism, and she's actually going to survive. But HF coming in. He's got the burst damage. It's going to take him down as Frank trying to run away. They have too much damage this time. And the issue that they had in game number 1 clearly is not the case here in game number 2. They've got the damage, and they've got the ability to take these heroes down.
Yeah, they're using their skills, so Moon Meander and Kezu set up that fight perfectly. Veno's super tanky. They try to go on him. He buys time, drops his ulti, poison attacks everybody once, and then all of a sudden somebody with real damage shows up, and they just clean up everybody. Looking for a glimpse here.
Light coming in. There's the glimpse light we talked about. He was just there long enough so that he could help Bryle get that kill.
I don't think
like
he wants to go back
peeking in
there.
next to your friend and getting shackled.
The old 12-minute halberd. That sounds pretty good. Halberd, very popular right now as an item.
Yeah, what's the
The amount of
Chinese player that's
survivability
been
he
doing
gets.
that?
Sorry?
There's a Chinese player that's been doing this, that's been going for the halberd. I think he does like an SNY though, actually, too, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, there's some people do disassembles. Oh my god, Void is doesn't even have a Mask of Madness. And HFN has a halberd already. Halberd, Mask of Madness, Treads. His physical survivability is basically through the roof right now because he has Halberd. And if you think about it, like, he can just save his allies. He can Halberd Faceless Void when he goes for Chrono. He can Halberd the Legion Commander when he duels. It's so effective at what it provides right now. Not to mention the 30% more lifesteal and 30% more heal or for health regen that it provides. It's just a very effective and low cost item.
The smoke coming out from the side of Crazy. They spotted the Death Prophet. They want to take Leo Style out. They'll silence him up. The Pop God Strength. They'll do everything in the kitchen sink, and they'll be able to take down the Death Prophet. Hookshot comes out from Owie. He says, yeah, let's get a double kill for HFN. Let's show him how it's done.
So easy with smoke and glimpse. It was so easy. You don't like normally when you approach those ganks, you have to like jump in at the exact same moment. But he doesn't even know they're there until the glimpse finishes. Like Moon has been dominating this game. Just setting everything up for his team. He's in every clip. I feel like he's been on screen the whole game. Let's show somebody else for once.
Well, MNZ is going to try to do whatever he can here. Maybe get a kill over onto Brow, but he's got the wind run. They have no solution for it. HFN stuck in the corner is going to throw out the Storm Hammer, slows them down. MNZ, he's dead again. Owie taking a lot of damage from the tower. He's going to get taken down by just tower damage, but the rest of the team already trying to run away. HFN is looking like he's going to get left behind there. He's getting silenced, body blocked by Matthew, and should be able to get a little bit of dual damage off of him. So a small consolation prize for the side of Thunder Predator.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd say small. They're obviously still very behind, but 500 gold and the enemy carry, that was a pretty good pickup, at least, for them. So it'll give them a little bit more. See that little pip down? That's the network changing, guys. That was that kill. It helps. Oh my god, they have 30,000 gold versus 20. That's insane. They have 50% more items than Thunder Predator does. This is a very big moment for them. And there's the Veil pickup. The ideal support item in a lot of ways. So because it gives so few stats now, it just doesn't feel as valuable for cores to buy, but it's really good. Did he hit with the ulti? I'm not 100% sure. It was close.
I think he did. I believe he did. And he's got the Veil up and running too. Although they might be able to turn this back around, get the kill onto KZ, but they've already been able to hold over Leo Style into place. He's not going to get to do anything this fight. Silencing Matthew. He's going to have to run away. He's got that poison sting on him. MJZ, though, next to get taken down. And they will find the kill on Matthew.
So the Veil pickup, it's like 1,500 gold. It's only 4 stats, which is a bit iffy for cores, but for support, it's so perfect because you can just carefully cast it when it's time. So even though Disruptor's damage might be a bit limited, he can just show up to fights and amplify everything that they're doing. And now Venomancer doesn't have to buy it, and instead he can get faster into these other tanky items. He had Spirit Vessel finished already, and now he's almost got Mech. So when he gets jumped on, the same thing's going to happen. He's going to attack people, he's going to throw bombs, and it's going to force Thunder Predator to retreat. And what do? They just pull somebody right back with Glimpse. And in the meantime, they've killed Void 5 times. He's only got Mask and Madness. Dude, this game feels so hopeless for Thunder Predator right now.
I mean, there is definitely something to be said about simplicity, and simple Dota is beautiful and usually game-winning. So they have just these pieces that fit together very well. You can tell they've practiced this as a team. So Crazy coming back with a lot of fury and vengeance, and I like it.
Yeah, they're doing great.
See you later, nerds.
They do lose.
So like unimpressed dad sounding. Yeah, they're all right. They're doing okay. Good job, kid. Yeah. You can have a soda on the way home.
Faceless Void just jungling in the middle of nowhere because that's the safest place for him to be. Pushing lanes is not possible because of how dangerous Glimpse is and the other disables that they have. So that's just a little bit of a sign of how scary stuff is. But in the meantime, Sven's power farming. He's got almost 3 times the net worth of Faceless Void. That's not true. It's more like 2.5 or something. But the trajectory does not look good for Void, and I don't really see him as much more than like an offlane Void right now.
I heard a static storm. Did you?
Is under attack.
No, it couldn't have been.
Nope.
I heard something though. That was
probably
strange.
Thunderstrike.
Probably Thunderstrike. Oh, they'll be able to go and find MJZ over here then.
No, they even have to hook shot for that. Yikes. Bad sign. The utter map control that they have is insane. So the only thing that they maybe need to be careful of is making sure that they don't lose any towers for free. They've got a bunch of tier 1s still up, so pushing out all 3 lanes isn't always possible and safe, but if you can get away with it, it's pretty nice. Ooh, did they spot her? They did.
Oh, they did. They found her. This is a very dead Death Prophet. We're telling her own
look
death.
how safe Brawl's build was, actually. I haven't heard MKB all game, and I was a bit confused, but he just kept the Javelin and went straight into BKB afterwards. That's how safe he's playing. And this is really significant because when Blade Mail gets used, BKB protects you against Blade Mail Reflection these days. So he's basically invulnerable against anything but like Chronosphere and the stun follow-up on Brawl. So like they know they're so far ahead that if they just buy a BKB on like Wind Ranger and maybe one other hero, that they just can't lose fights.
Oh my god. Imagine being Frank, hiding in the trees, and then KheZu just drops that ward right next to you.
That would make me think like they have an observer ward for sure. And yeah, there it was actually. That was very smart. But they didn't de-ward for Cliff, they de-warded for that one instead. Put on Legion makes it so he can kind of stand in the front with a little bit less danger than some of his other allies. But Crazy's still doing the same thing. They just bounce between the bottom and the top, looking for hero kills. It's the best way to play Dota if you're crushing games. Don't just play side lanes, play in the middle. It's easier to run back and forth. Have good vision control. Is the smoke out? Yeah, they all looked way too menacing with their movements here. They're trying to get any kills, and KheZu might be their target.
Can they get it, though, is the question. That's a big thing. They avoid farming off. And yeah, it's going to be cases that get found. They'll follow up. They're holding on to the duel. They won't do it just yet, but they drop the macro pyre. Are they going to be able to do enough damage here? Looks like they'll be able to finally take him down. Owie cogging up two people over here onto the side. Brow popping his DKB is going and chasing around, trying to find this opening as HFN. He's in here. He's in the fight. Nice. They're trying to get the kill on Owie, but they're not going to be able to as they go and they hook him off the side, but they get the Chronosphere off too. MNZ coming in hot. He wants to kill on Brow. By God, he's going to get it now. HFN, there's too much physical damage coming out from these ghosty ladies. And that's gonna be a dead Sven. What a fight.
Are
they gonna try to go for
Moon? Such a good fight. They will try and probably succeed. Oh, he's got Yuled as well.
They're gonna get the rune at the very least.
No glimpse for a couple seconds. Why is he so tanky? And the glimpse. Nope, he's gonna keep running.
No, he's gonna survive.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign when the enemy 5 position is that far. But either way, amazing fight for Thunder Predator. I was not confident that they were going to kill the Veno, but the Macro Pyre really put out some work there. They're able to kill him, get the duel successfully. That means no mech. That means no Veno ulti, Poison Nova. He got one Gale off and maybe a Plague Ward, and that was it. So a great fight for Thunder Predator. And Wind Ranger really suffering from not having MKB there. She used Focus Fire on the Legion Commander, and she couldn't even kill him. She changed targets to try to help against the Death Prophet. So the BKB seemed really safe, but when Veno gets chain disabled and they don't have damage output from her, they're really lacking in DPS.
Looks like they're ready to go right back in again, and Void, he just got himself a nice sort of comeback kill, but they just immediately say, yeah, that was a mistake. That's not going to happen again.
Yep. They got smoked into, and they thought they could take the fight because they were so far ahead, and they were just somehow wrong. Just the fight was pretty much perfect for Thunder Predator. But they're still behind, and that still means that they're going to be able to get a lot of pickoffs on the map in the meantime.
Nice positioning coming out now from the side of Crazy. They're going to try to just take down that tower, and I'm not sure what the next play is. I hear a
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Basically, you're controlling the map. You're looking for solo kills on the map. Leo Style's going to try to push out side lanes, but he can't do it for very long. He's got to push away, then hide in trees. If Crazy can spot him in the trees, then maybe they can go gank him, but that's a lot of resources to go across the map and hunt him. But in the meantime, like in these moments, look how Thunder Predator has to play. They have to sit in their base because they know that if they leave the base, they're going to get shackled or glimpsed back. So until they have glimpse or shackle solutions or feel comfortable standing behind each other, they just can only step out, 600 units and get the creep wave in front of their face. They certainly can't jungle very well. And until they get another teamfight win or get some hero pickoffs of their own, it's very difficult for this. So this is why they have to smoke out to try to grab these fights. Oh, Sven's pretty close, actually. They're not going to spot him, though. Instead, they're going to look at Veno, who's taking the outpost.
I mean, they're pretty angry at Veno at this point. He's done a lot this game, so they'll go to get themselves some duel victory, and they'll turn back around and see who else is loitering in their jungle.
So gold-wise, this is a good moment. It's not a very good moment, actually, for Thunder Predator, but time-wise, it's good. They have 40 seconds here on the map where Crazy's not going to want to take a fight because they don't have all their heroes. So this is very important that when you're supporting this location, you bring sentries and you de-ward the hell out of the jungle in the meantime, because this is your only time to get some map control until your next smoke comes up. But a great shackle.
Look at that shackle. They tried to go in Yulson. He's not going to be able to do it with the BKB over on HFN. They'll just take down Leo Style immediately. Matthew will be the next sacrifice. Owie coming in from downtown, spots himself into Kiro and says, yeah, let's get a triple for HFN. That sounds nice.
The Shackle was real good there, catching 2 of their cores together, and most importantly, the Yules came through to protect the Death Prophet, but Sven has already hit 15. He got the Dispel Stormhammer, as almost everybody does right now, and instantly shows the Death Prophet is vulnerable. So, still take a fight without KheZu, and that's the downside of only getting 1 hero when they're so far ahead.
That's gonna be an Aegis going over to the side here. Chopping through it pretty quickly. There's no way that they get over there in time, and I don't think they even really can contest it at this point. What do you think? There it is. Looks like Barial's gonna pick up the Aegis.
Even a bunch of items behind.
They're littering. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Almost MKB on the Faceless Void. Very necessary against the... it's not super necessary against the Halberd, but very useful against Wind Ranger. That way, if he gets a Chronosphere off that's successful, he can still, most of the time, hit her accurately and possibly kill her in that. The Shackle Shot is a big deal, and that's definitely the scariest thing on Wind Ranger if you can land good Shackles, because AoE stunning 2 heroes, basically, on a 10-second cooldown is very effective for winning fights. Especially on, like, heroes that need to cast spells to stay alive, like Faceless Void and Death Prophet.
Ooh, Matthew. I wonder if he knows how close he came to getting shackled.
Probably has a good idea. There's a reason he didn't walk up that cliff, so I think so. And they just have to sit in the base. And the other thing that's really going for crazy over Thunder Predator is that the times they can move out, it's mostly due to smokes, and smokes are limited. They want to smoke pretty much constantly to go get kills, but it's not easy to do so. So if you look at the vision for crazy, it's a lot of wards spotting common walking past, entering jungles, because that's where they're not going to have vision, because their creep wave is always going to be pushed up. If they just get wards in between those parts on the map, it's really tough for Thunder Predator to get on the map and get anything done. And in the meantime, Sven is just making the rounds, clearing the other side of the map and making sure that they're getting as much farm as possible. So if this just continues at this pace, there's no way the Thunder Predator wins, basically, unless they get a really successful fight when they get a smoke out. So that's what Crazy's trying to avoid.
I like the way, too, that even though they're letting Sven just wander around and have free farm, they're also playing very tight still as a unit. They realize that they are trying to go for these pickoffs. That's their way back into success here. So by taking down all the vision and then staying very close by, it's almost impossible for them to... Matthew, though. Does he have a remnant up? Yeah. He's no fool.
He did not accomplish very much there, though. I mean, the whole team kind of rotated over, and they're maybe not pressuring that tier 2 as much as I would expect, but on the bright side, because they did show so many heroes up there, now they feel comfortable to run down here to the south on the bottom of the map. It's going to give them a little bit of farm. Void might feel safe pushing this creep wave out closer towards the tier 1 bottom. It's insane. They haven't even taken that tier 1 tower yet, the Radiant one, that is, but let's see if they can get a pickup on the way to safety here.
He needs to not be here. This is very, very spooky, in my opinion. The way that they beeline the second that they know that he's out pushing any sort of wave is frightening.
Mm-hmm. Limits his ability to catch any farm. And Wind Ranger's net worth is really not going that insane here, due to the fact that she did delay MKB a bit, but Sven is still having an incredible performance, so that AC being picked up, a lot less damage is going to be going his way.
Still have the Aegis online for Barial.
Very safe. He's the guy that's most likely to get Chronosphere killed. Other than, like, obviously the only other difference one is maybe Venomancer, but I guess the power spike that Wind Ranger provides is just so much higher than Veno, even though it'd be good to keep Veno alive from a duel.
The problem, I think, is that they have just so many targets at this point, right? Because you don't want a Venomancer to get off his spells. Just like we're moving forward, God's Strength's gonna get used from HFN. Bit of a slight shackling Matthew over to the side. Not hard committing, though.
Traded for Glyph. They've got about 30 seconds here that Sven can abuse this, but probably they're going to back from this. His damage against the tower was incredible. All right, they're going to go into this creep wave. Here they go. Got Solar Crest on. Looking for a target or 10 buildings. Looks like buildings.
Buildings are going for the duel though, and they have the blade mail. They're doing so much damage to him. They'll be able to follow it up. Are they going to be able to get it? They do. They'll take him down. Now the Chronosphere on the back line. You've got Leo Style. He's got his BKB, and he's got a lot of damage, but they do manage to take MNZ down. That is going to be Faceless Void not being a part of this fight. Over here, looks like Leo Style left high and dry right now is going to need some assistance. Matthew buying back. Leo Style still going to get taken down. No buyback on this Death Prophet as Aoi held into place. Doesn't seem to care too much. He's a tanky little robot, a brave little toaster. No problem. As the rest of Crazy just goes right back on in and starts chipping away at some of these racks. Frank waiting patiently off the side. Still have the Aegis. Matthew did just buy back. And look at this. It's the saddest, slowest death. Feels bad.
Time to hit range barracks here. So you don't know if you're going to have to back at any time, so you're going to be pretty careful as a whole. They get the range barracks. Maybe they'll work on the melee as well.
They have the duel up on Legion, I was about to say, but it looks like Bryle, is he going to be able to survive this? They need a little bit more damage. No, Trank will find the opening, get the kill on the Wind Ranger. The Aegis had just run out, and now Moon Meander. Oh, he makes it out, though. I thought that he was definitely next.
All right, that was sick. Well
what was the timing on the Aegis? Like,
it went away during that duel, basically.
Oh my god.
So that's why it was such a sick play. Very close. They did their best to keep him alive, and they felt maybe they weren't on top of their timer. I do know that AY's, I believe, current or as of yesterday name is Take Roshan timer in Dota 2. So maybe he wasn't quite on top of that. Maybe it was like a self-reminder, and here they get punished for it just because they stayed a little bit too long. Ooh, Paladin Swords. Big pickup here this game. Very good on all their cores.
Oh, the hook shot coming in hot. It's going to be the Jakiro.
How many Jakiro deaths is too much?
I don't know. Probably. I think it protected MNZ though. I think that's worth it, right?
Kind of. I mean, it's their D warder. I think that's the big thing here. He actually put a sentry there. He has a sentry ready to D ward that observer ward, but he wasn't able to clear it because of the fact that that Clockwork picked him up there. So, you know, heroes being dead is still a big deal, even if it's your supports.
That's true. Does have buyback though, so it was a good support.
Mm-hmm.
Still holding on to that. Still has, you know, the macro pyre if he has to
helps.
Try to push out these lanes, but
Paladin Sword on the other team too. It is a good game for Paladin Sword. Lots of healers in this match. Sven keeping the Greater Fairy Fire for the damage bonus. Assume Paladin Sword is going on maybe Wind Ranger, maybe Venomancer with mech. We'll see.
Ooh.
Oh, that was cool. So he actually hit him with hook shot, but because Ember is invulnerable while doing Sleight of Fist, it basically counted as him being right in front of his face, I believe. So that's why he didn't move. That's kind of funny.
Matthew is an excellent Ember Spirit player. It's always fun to watch him dodge things.
I don't know if you can say that's why he Sleight of Fisted there, but it was pretty cool. Might have just been one of those coincidence moments that makes you look good.
That's possible, for sure. You don't have to break the kid's heart, though. Come on, Purge. You know?
Okay, it's fine. He's not watching the stream. He's busy. If he's not playing Whack-A-Meepo, he's definitely not watching the stream. Okay.
Look at how patiently they're waiting here. They're hoping that they can maybe take down MNZ, but not going to quite find the latch here.
The creep spawn there was what he was hoping to catch with. Oh, that's... Okay.
It's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. He just did that by himself, basically. That's the coolest part about it. Sven pushing the other side of the map, very safe with BKB if he gets jumped on. Ooh. They've used the smoke partially, though, so is this waiting for the Death Prophet kill, then they move up behind him? Things like, moments like this with Plague Wards are actually so annoying.
They see Moon, they know that Bryle's up top.
Like the extra Plague Ward duration, you just put them in this middle point, and when they're smoking like this, it's going to break Blink Daggers. As soon as their smoke breaks, you're going to have vision of them. It is so powerful for area control. So not only was it like a perfect pick against the Void, but now, how do they fight through this? It's really tough, and their net worths just keep going up.
That's a very good question. I think it's PPD, right, who's always said that whenever he's drafting, he tries to find some sort of a hero that has some sort of vision, whether it's, you know, like a Beastmaster or a Clockwork with the Rocket Thrower. In this case, you know, the Venom Wards, they really are super helpful late on for reasons that you might not necessarily consider.
Exactly. Like, pro players are so good at not intentionally showing, or they are good at playing tricks on you with what they do choose to show you. So if you can ever grab information that they're not trying to show you, then it can really give you a lot of inference into what's going on. Ags finished on Disruptor. What the hell? I think it said he was 0, 10, and 9. No, that's not true. I know he's gotten kills. I've seen him get at least 1 kill this game, but he is really farmed. That's going to prevent item usage. They could potentially follow up like a static storm with like 2 guaranteed dead heroes. They can't use BKBs, Yule Scepters, any of that. Which could be really big.
Has been killed.
It's like the Ember Spirit in the middle of nowhere, looking for bounty runes, which he grabs.
Well, he's the
Like,
only... we get a Chronosphere though in the bottom lane. They take out Bryle,
Okay.
so that opens the door a little bit.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't know how they started that initiation, but it looks like they did deal with the Observer Ward on the cliff, and then they maybe just ran straight down at him.
Looks like they might end up losing Matthew. No, it does have the Remnant out. It's looking like he might be able to run away, although there's a lot of damage now. There's no way he gets out of it this time, but we'll open the door and allow them to go for that duel. They're going to jump in, stunned up. He's just taking a little bit too much damage. KZU gets taken down. HFN, he's trying. He's got that BKB up, but he's got Leo Style over here chasing after Owie. He's trying to use the Exorcism. Not going to be able to quite find the kill, but I think you're very happy if you're Thunder Predator right now.
I think Moon Meander glimpsed the Legion there, which is a big mistake, actually. Sven burnt a lot to go in there, and I think he was going to kill him most likely, but he got glimpsed away back to safety. So that was a bit of a mistake there by Moon. And if they're getting really good grabs, dueling against a Venomancer is a bad time. I feel like he maybe needed to buy, and what's that item that keeps you alive? I don't remember. I never can remember the name. I never buy it because I'm not a coward, but I think KheZu should be a coward this game.
All right.
Because the duels are just punishing him so much, and they're not able to keep him alive. He's going for an E-Blade next, but that's the problem. Like, he's got a lot of HP himself, but duel plus other damage is still picking him off.
Well, we'll have to see if he decides to change his mind on this. Definitely, you know, not out of the woods just yet. And this is actually super good for the side of Crazy. They're in the Roche pit. They're going to be able to go get themselves an Aegis and cheese. Things have got to be making you feel a little bit better here. And this time Sven is going to be picking up the cheese. Not really super great after that Aegis is, God Strength and Aegis is over. So makes sense that they put it on the Wind Ranger. Can they find a pick?
She's definitely still the most burstable. Lycan Sphere is what she is building, looking for a kill with the smoke here. Gets a courier kill at least, which is not terrible. That was actually not bad at Hyperstone.
It's pretty value.
Guessing the Mjolnir faces Void or something like that.
I do like the way that, again, Matthew, knowing that he is very mobile, is trying to like cut waves, trying to just get information. I think
he's doing a great job on that.
Very good. Yeah,
and more importantly, they're chasing him. That's part of the reason they were able to get a Wind Ranger Chronosphere on the bot lane that you know, 3 minutes ago or something like that. It's because they did spend 2 or 3 heroes' time chasing after the Ember Spirit, who's difficult to kill.
We did just get the Sven Ags picked up too, so when they commit, they're going to be hard committing at this point. Yeah, how do you feel about the Ags?
It's very good. I like that he delayed it a little bit. I think in most games that I've played, people buy it as like a second item. They'll get like Echo or... Oh, never mind.
No, they're able to purge it off. We'll turn right back around again. MNZ. Time Dilation, Silencing. Again, this is an Aegis carrying Wind Ranger. There's the Sven Ags as he leaps and manages to go and hit 2, but the dual follow-up with the... Oh my god, it doesn't matter. They just slice through him. Frank is dead. We get some victory damage over here on HFN. The buyback comes out from Legion. She wants to be here. MNZ looking for this opening, trying to get anyone. He's going to get jumped out again. He just had too much damage. They'll go. They'll take him down. They'll be able to go and take down Matthew, too, as the buybacks are coming out en masse. They don't want to give up just yet, but man, HFN, he's a Superman. He is just flying, and he might have gone a little bit too far, but Death Prophet being held back over on the side isn't going to survive this HFN. He's a monster. He's still going, and he wants more.
His damage is just so insane. Like, that's the beauty of Sven at this point in the game. Anybody you go on is going to die in like 5 hits. And good luck staying alive. So even though they got a buyback, they didn't lose enough heroes when Thunder Predator re-engaged to make this really worth it. And HFN choosing the right moments to jump in. Another initiation. They can get 2 more kills, game's over.
Down here, but yeah, they're going right after Leo Style. He can't survive this. He's down, no buyback. And MJZ is not looking too healthy. Sven going right into that fountain, does not care. He's dead. And there it is. Crazy coming right back in.